Today, we want to reflect on wisdom, a fascinating facet of the light that illuminates our path. Wisdom is a treasure that every person should seek. It is the ability to connect knowledge, experience, and insight in such a way that it leads to wise, responsible, and life-affirming decisions, especially in difficult or complex situations. Wisdom is not only expressed in words, but above all, in a life well lived. A central characteristic of wisdom is experience, learning from one's own life, not just from books. From this arises discernment, which helps us recognize what is essential and weigh it carefully. Wisdom also manifests as foresight, considering the consequences of one's actions. It is closely tied to steadfast values, guided by what is good and just, and leads to self-reflection, through which we recognize our own limitations. Serenity, calmness, and balance in thought and action is also part of it. Wisdom, therefore, enables us to act rightly and live well. The value of wisdom surpasses all earthly possessions. It is more precious than gold, silver, or rubies. With it comes true wealth, honor, insight, and a fulfilled life. Whoever seeks it is far better advised to pursue wisdom than money. Jesus himself says, "Don't store up treasures here on earth, where moths eat them and rust destroys them, and where thieves break in and steal. Store your treasures in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy, and thieves do not break in and steal. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will also be." And Jesus makes clear that no one can serve two masters. You cannot serve both God and wealth. If our treasure is to lie in heaven and not on earth, the question arises, how do we attain this precious treasure of which Jesus speaks? True wisdom, understanding, and insight comes from God. He is the source of all wisdom. Reverence for God and recognition of His holiness form the foundation of true wisdom. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Those who fear the Lord are taught wisdom, and the understanding that arises reveals truth. The humility that grows from this precedes honor. A striking example is Solomon. He did not ask God for wealth or power, but for the ability to make just decisions for his people. God granted him extraordinary wisdom, understanding, and insight, as numerous as the sand on the seashore. His wisdom surpassed that of all the wise men of his time. Because his request was not selfish, but aimed at the well-being of his people, God also gave him wealth he had not asked for. Since God is the source of wisdom, His word is also wise. The Holy Scriptures are an ever-accessible source of wisdom. God's commandments, laws, and teachings make us wise and grant insight for life. Through wisdom and understanding, we recognize that salvation comes only through faith in Jesus Christ, who died for us to free us from sin. Jesus Christ Himself reveals God's wisdom. In Him are hidden all treasures of wisdom and knowledge. Therefore, the principle stands: trust in the wisdom found in Christ with all your heart, and do not rely on your own understanding. Seek His will in all that you do, and He will guide your path. We may make our plans, but the Lord directs our steps. True wisdom is revealed in everyday life. It includes a willingness to accept advice and correction. Those who love discipline gain understanding. Decisions are rarely successful without counsel. Therefore, it is wise to consult many advisors and accept criticism. The wise welcome correction because they know. Those who are taught grow in wisdom. Those who reject all criticism risk failure. Fools trust only their own path. The wise listen to others. Words also reveal wisdom. Wise people choose their words carefully, knowing their power. Good words bring healing, peace, and blessing, while foolish words cause harm. Likewise, wisdom leads to just and honest action. The wise live with integrity and righteousness. They know that truth and honesty endure, while lies and deception are fleeting. Wisdom is also shown through generosity and kindness. The wise help others and understand that giving is blessed and that kindness bears fruit. Finally, wisdom manifests in self-control and patience. The wise are slow to anger, control their emotions, and act thoughtfully. Fools give free rein to their anger, while the wise restrain it. A hot-tempered person sparks conflict. A prudent one ends it. Therefore, the wise listen to counsel and think before acting. The New Testament reiterates that all wisdom is hidden in Christ. Colossians says, "Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly. Teach and counsel one another with all the wisdom he gives." Colossians 3:16. And James writes, "The wisdom from above is first pure. It is peace-loving, gentle, and willing to yield to others. It is full of mercy and good deeds." James 3:17. It is this wisdom from above that we should strive for, the wisdom that leads to life and to a fulfilled, God-pleasing way of living.